Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Go, Jake. Sorry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the E15 podcast from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is Season 5, Episode 15, Rise and Shine. I'm your host, Jacob. Who do I have with me today?
I'm over here.
Hi.
I think my name's Rachel. I haven't had caffeine today, so.
I'm Cleo. I forgot I wasn't hosting. Which is good because I'm not prepared to host, so
Yeah.
it works
She was
out.
not prepared.
We're good at this, you guys.
Only been doing it for
Wonderful.
like 5 years. Like,
Yeah,
But that's what they love about us.
yeah, we're great.
surprisingly incompetent.
Okay.
We
What
remind
show-
them of we connect with our audience.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last week, crazy episode, but I still love it. All these episodes just keep getting, like, better and better. I love it.
Yeah.
We all know. Last
You're
week-
definitely ramping up for something right now.
Mhm. This feels like a series finale, which I hope it isn't.
Yeah.
Just feels that way with all like the new characters, old characters coming in, new characters coming in. Like feels like they're rounding out stories, whatever else.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be, but it also just feels like a branching out of sorts. So, like, we're gonna if this show continues forward, it will have a completely different structure. I feel like this is a like dramatic change in the environment, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Last week at the end, so I'm gonna call her Hail Hydra now.
Oh my god, you made that joke last week, and then Daisy literally made it, and I was like, oh my god. It's like the only one who didn't get that.
Like I'm not saying I can see the future, but
I do like the way you got background on her. And it's kind of weird. It's like, why did they enlist these kids? Were their parents part of Hydra, or did they just like, hey, cherry pick these kids out
they probably
for
just
their intelligence and stuff?
from it.
Well, we know Strucker was there because he,
He's a
long
legacy,
line.
yeah.
But
So
I
it's probably a mix
assume-
of both.
No, I assume it's like, if you are, a legacy, then they will take you. But also, they probably just steal these kids who they hear have like
Makes
gifts,
sense.
like natural talents.
Like the First Order in Star Wars,
Okay.
stealing
And,
children.
well, it does show just how far back they were implanting in Shield.
I am just mad. I didn't watch this episode with anybody else, so no human being can confirm this, but as soon as she sat down at the lunch table, I said, Sitwell. I knew the moment she sat down that was Sitwell.
Mm-hmm. He sits very well.
He was very slouchy.
They cast him perfectly. He looks exactly like...
They do a good
actor.
job with the cat.
Yes.
In these ABC shows in general, they cast very well when it comes to like younger versions of the actors. But yeah, in Agents that fuck you. Don't.
I almost miss him because he's like one of those incompetent villains that really never got anything done.
Yeah,
And
seems
I
like
kind of miss it.
Yeah, he seemed like even as a kid, he was very kind of like,
Yeah.
do I have to do this? I don't want to do my homework.
Destined for middle management.
Yeah, right.
No, I only remember him from that episode way back in season 1 with Gemma. She's like, you have a very nice head.
You don't remember him from Winter Soldier?
I know he was in that, but I don't remember.
Oh
He did.
god.
Like, I don't
They
remember.
threw him off a building. Sam grabbed him by the ankles.
No, I remember that movie, and I love that movie. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. But like, there's a lot of stuff in that movie that I don't remember happening. Like Crossbones too. I don't know.
Bucky rips him out of a moving car and throws him into a truck.
Don't know. Never watched the movie.
That's how he died. Yeah.
That's how he died. Well, yeah. I would expect him to die after that, but you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like the background. It was really interesting, and then they show the comparisons between then and now, and just how few kids they have.
Yeah. They had one.
Well, they had more
Until
than one.
Oh.
Well, they showed her class. Well, there was like 28 years before, and then there were like 2 years before. There was like maybe 5 kids in the class.
Yeah, yeah.
Because y'all are crazy and nobody wants to jump you.
And when Whitehall walked into the classroom, I'm like, you! Fuck you!
You're dead.
I hate you so much, even from beyond the grave.
He was one of those rare cases where the team actually went in with the intention of killing him, and it actually went according to plan.
Yeah.
Yes. I do like that,
He
when
was
they
a monster who dismembered people.
Yeah.
He took apart Daisy's mom, took her organs. He's of all the bad guys we've had, he's pretty high up on the despicable list.
I do love the fact when Hale brought him up to Coulson, he's like, "Yeah, I killed him," and walked off.
Yeah.
She was like, because she looked up to him, and then her face was like,
she was so upset.
Yeah.
And then he went, "Go team!"
I love seeing this whole how they introduce her daughter, ignoring, and then they put him in a room and trap him and kind of thing. And Colton was just like, grabs the cereal and is like, "Yeah, when she wants to talk, I'll be in my room."
I'll be in my room.
He grabbed the all berries Captain Crunch.
I like it because we've now seen that tactic employed on 3 different men.
Mm-hmm.
And Coulson's just like, "Yeah, I get this gig. It's not that original."
Yeah, he just kind of walks away. He's sitting on his bed eating a cereal,
But you know what I don't like?
What?
So, they introduced an adorable little puppy.
2 adorable little puppies.
And you know what? This happened before. Y'all remember?
Oh my God, Ward! Didn't Ward kill his dog?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
They made Ward kill his dog. Yeah.
Oh my God! I didn't remember that until just now.
When I
So
saw
chances
the
are
dog
he
on the
was
screen,
he was in that same class. So he, Crazyton, rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
I was already
was
crying
in that-
the dog already
Crazy.
because I knew what was going to happen. Because I'm like, the dog came out on the screen. I'm like, nope, it's happening again. I'm getting.
Yeah, right.
I don't like it.
I didn't realize until she had an empty collar in her hand.
Yeah. But yeah, so Bill Paxton obviously went to this school because he did the same thing to Ward that was done to him.
Mm-hmm.
But her daughter put up a really good point.
Yeah.
By following you, that means I'm weak because I'm following you. You know what I mean? And the guy's freaking out and he's just spazzing out. And your eyes are freaking out at her. He was really freaking out. Like something was up.
Yeah.
He was losing it
And
over a freaking dog.
I absolutely loved that after all the years she put up with like Hydra's sexist shit, that once she found out they weren't going to do her daughter justice because her daughter was the best, she's like, "No, fuck it," and kills the last Hydra guy. Like, she's like, "No, I'm done. We're done. That's it."
Yeah, I mean, showing, her being, when she was younger, going in and talking to Whitehall, he just wants to use her as a baby maker.
Yeah.
That was shocking to her. And obviously it was, because she's like, I think she was questioning her loyalty. But at the same time, where does she have to go?
Yeah.
They're not going to let her just walk out with all the knowledge that she has.
No.
There's no way. So
And it was clearly a system she believed in. She still believes she's doing good for whatever reason.
And you killed your dog. I'm not gonna let that go.
No, I know. It's terrible.
Yeah. But, it kind of shows her frame of mind. And she's still, to this day, very what's the word I'm looking for? She's she's like in some kind of dream world. She's very disconnected from things. Even though she's been
Hale
in
or Ruby?
Hale. She's
Hale,
very
okay.
disconnected. She's very, even though she's been in the Air Force and stuff, but she's very disconnected. Like when she was talking to Coulson and stuff, she was very, like, no, that's not, you know what I mean? Like you say something and it's like attacking her truths, and she freaks out and she doesn't know how to handle it, and she does reserve, and you could tell it's a change in her attitude automatically.
And she's got this vision of the future. She's always had this vision of the future. And right now, it's her daughter being the destroyer of worlds, having that power.
But then she realized her daughter isn't strong enough, and that's why she asked Coulson for Daisy. Because her daughter is rebellious, doesn't want to do what she tells her to do, kind of thing. Her daughter wants to be her own person, and I totally understand it.
Yeah. And I guess her vision is just the destroyer of worlds. It doesn't matter if it's her daughter or Daisy. And as soon as Coulson's like, no, that's bad idea, dumb idea.
And he tells her, and she freaks out. She's like, it undermines everything she ever knew. But it's like, Hydra used to send people to different worlds and do all this stuff. I mean, it's like.
But how much of that does she know? Because she didn't even, until the general dude was, killed himself in front of her. Until then, she didn't know that there was even this way that they were talking to alien life. Like, so how much of that does she even know?
I don't know how much. I think the whole sexist thing plays a part in that part. They didn't tell her. And I think once she finds out that things aren't what they say they are, I think she's going to totally rethink the way she thinks, basically. A lot of thinking in there, but it's going to be a mind fuck for her, unfortunately. And I don't know how she's going to take it.
Well, I think the way that they're going to be able to convince her that they went to the future is Deke. Because she already knows about Deke and that he does not exist in any database.
But he has relations.
Exactly.
She knows they have DNA too.
He's the way they can convince her they went to the future.
Yeah. And I don't know. And I'd like to know where this unhealthy obsession with Daisy for her daughter came in. And I wonder if her mom was just kind of hyping her up or something else. Because her mom didn't seem like she wants her to have that. She's like, why are you obsessed about her? No.
Clearly there's some connection to the outside world that they get in that bunker. Whether it's newspapers or news reports or whatever. Yeah. Because when Daisy was on the run doing her rogue agent thing, she was in the news a lot. That could definitely have been something that Ruby got and was like, this girl knows what's up.
Yeah, there's something else. There's Ruby that follows what her mom says to a certain extent. And then there's another Ruby. And we don't know this other Ruby yet. We've seen glimpses of her, but we don't know if she's a rebellious. She wants to do things her way.
But she's careful about it.
But she's careful. She does it her way enough that it looks like it's her mom's way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think so. Enough that her mom doesn't question it.
Yeah, and I think on some level she's scared of her mother because she knows how determined her mother is. She saw her kill a man in front of her, She knows what she's going to do to make sure things happen the way she wants.
Yeah, definitely. So, I don't know, there's just a lot going on because right now they're like feeding you tidbits, but they're not giving you the whole picture.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think it's leading up to something. There's something that's going to be, it's coming to a head, obviously, because we only got, this is April, we got May, and then maybe part of June before they're gone for the season.
Speaking of tidbits, let's talk about Talbot. That was the lame transition. Talbot's back.
He is, and it's very sad.
It is sad.
I'm sad.
I understand. I mean, what's happening to him is actually what can happen.
Yeah.
His brain is trying to wire things, and he understands it wasn't Daisy.
Yeah.
He knows it wasn't.
That shocked me, and I was very glad. that he knows it's not her.
You should
know
be
what?
so
But then
hotline.
the Hale tore up. But they sent her after you. Shield sent her, and he's like, yeah, no, kind of look. But
Yeah.
the what he was doing, like with his son, and the whole when he freaked out when it was a tiger, not a cat. But it was a cat. But things like that, because his brain has to rewire, and he wasn't shot here. He was like shot over here, or whatever.
I can't even remember where.
It looked like when he has head wrapped, the bandage piece,
yeah.
the blood was on the side. But so he was shot in the side, but still, it takes time for your brain to rewire itself. It will rewire itself to a certain extent, but you have to learn how to do things all over.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It seems like even when he fully heals, he's always going to have an impulse control issue.
But once he's fully healed and he understands that he does have one, then he'll be able to control it in a different way.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? He'll be able to compensate. He'll be like, yeah, I know I have this problem, so I'm not going to put myself in this, and that situation. But if I am in that situation, I have to deal with it this way. It's just a new way of thinking, a new way of dealing with things. It's hard, takes years, and my dinner's done.
Cool.
But it does. I have seen people that have had brain damage that, things have to be rewired. And it does take time. It can take years.
Yeah.
So, and having him locked up and them grilling him. And what exactly did he tell him? What were they expecting to get out of him? I mean, he just got shot in the head. How do you know he even has those memories still?
Well, he was apologizing to Coulson because he told them everything he knew. They broke him.
Well, maybe.
Congratulations, Hydra! You broke a man with brain damage. Good job.
Or maybe he thought he told them the stuff that they want to know, but it's not really anything in consequence. That kind of thing. We don't know what he said. He could have told them the recipe for Grandma's apple pie, for all we know.
Honestly, this could have also. Well, sorry, what?
Oh, he told them the recipe for Jefferson's wife's apple pie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm Legends reference. Anyway.
Okay.
He knows what I'm talking about now. Now she gets
it. No relevance to this show.
No.
Yeah,
no.
But I'm just saying, we don't know what he told them. And we don't, obviously, I don't think that
he could have told them bullshit and they could have believed it.
I don't think if they had all the information or everything that they needed from him, they wouldn't have brought him to Coulson. They wouldn't have brought Coulson down there.
Well, you're right. They need Coulson now. But they've had Talbot for as long as... I'm assuming they've had him since before they got Fitz. Which he probably gave up locations to the old bases, he probably helped them get Fitz unknowingly.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. We don't know what happened, and so we'll have to figure it out. But realistically, Coulson doesn't seem to concerned because he knows he's dying, and he's just like, "What are you gonna do? Kill me?"
Anymore.
And we come to the part of the episode where I am adding people to my "I'm really pissed off at them" list. And it's a theme. It's a theme in these last couple episodes. Thinking you're invincible. Because
Yo-Yo
Coulson feels that. Yo-Yo has been feeling that.
Coulson thinks he's invincible. He knows he's going to die, so that he has nothing. So he can put anything on the line because what's going to happen?
Yeah, but that's a version of.
I guess, but
it kind of lumps in with that do whatever and it'll work out because who cares?
He has nothing left to worry about. Yeah. He has nothing left.
I know, but we do have to keep in mind that after he is dead, if he does die, we don't know what's going to happen after that, and if the world does still end up being shattered into a million pieces, he can't go back and fix it because he's dead. So this is why I understand where he's coming from, where he's like, so I know I'm going to die, and if I die, potentially the world's going to be saved. But you don't know that yet, so that's why you need to be careful.
Yeah.
But I don't think Yo-Yo's even told him that herself told her to let him die. I don't think she's told him.
No.
Because I think if she would tell him or tell everyone there, I think things would be different. I think that might be part of the circle. She didn't tell anyone. It's like you need to tell someone that might break the cycle. We don't know.
Then they're going to be like, girl, you crazy, and then they're going to...
I know, I don't think right now, I don't think they're going to call anyone crazy right now because of all the shit they've been through.
Right?
They have no room.
Right.
They have no room whatsoever.
Yeah. But, so Mac tells Gemma about how Yo-Yo feels invincible and how,
Because she knows she makes it to the future.
yeah. So he explains that to Gemma, and then Gemma takes the exact wrong lesson from that, which is, oh, wait, we have a grandson. Me and Fitz are invincible. And I'm like, that is the wrong lesson to learn, woman.
But I do like the fact she told Fitz.
Yes, no,
And he's
that's
like,
good.
I do like the fact that she also took that, not only that we're invincible kind of thing, that part I could do without, but the fact that she told him, we're going to be okay, me and you.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine, kind of
up,
thing. Yeah. But.
What were you going to say, Jake?
Well, I'm just saying...
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, don't fuck it up. Because,
No,
I don't like when, at the end of the episode, where she's, like, trying to tell Fitz, like, this means that we're invincible. And, you know, similar to how you feel about it, like, I have bad feelings about that when you say that. Like, don't say it. You feel that way, just don't say it. Now that you said it, I'm worried, like, something's going to happen to them now.
Well,
something happened to them.
Because here's the thing. They're trying to change the loop, which means if they are successful in changing the loop, nobody is invincible. Nobody is guaranteed to survive. So you are taking the exact wrong lesson from what Mac just told you. And I was just like, Gemma, don't be dumb.
I'm just waiting for Deke to start fading, like, you know, all the Back to the Future.
Everyone will instantly stop feeling invincible once that happens.
And someone is to make a Back to the Future reference, and it has to be either Coulson or Fitz. It has to be one of them.
No. It has to be Mac.
Oh, Mac. Yeah,
Mac's the movie reference guy.
But, you know, I'm just waiting for that to happen, something like that.
Yeah.
Or for Deke to be like, something feels weird, something feels off. Like, all of a sudden his memories are changing of his mom and of the stories that she told them or something because of things that they're doing now. He's like, wait, you know, I'm waiting for that. That would actually be really cool, because what if they're not invincible, but they do still live, but the things that they're doing are changing his future.
Well,
and he starts getting all these new memories. You know what I mean? It would fuck with his head, but I think it would be very interesting and a very different way for them to go.
Yeah, I like how Fitz's reaction to finding out that Deke is his grandson, because like they did this with Gemma, just defying the tropes of, like, you know, this supposedly emotional moment. He's like,
he's annoying.
Worst, but he's the worst.
She's like, but we're gonna have a beautiful daughter. He's like, yeah, she's gonna marry like some like space pirate, and then they're gonna.
He was just like so angry, just like a dad. He was so angry. But
he's upset at his daughter for marrying this man and having this child.
He's like, we end up with a Deke. It's like,
but she's
like, he's perfect. Jenna's all like, he's perfect.
Yeah. Deke has grown on me in these last few episodes.
I think in a way he is very smart, but he's never gotten the chance to show how smart he is because of where he's lived.
Yeah, he's had no textbooks. He's had no
training,
knowledge.
No learning, no knowledge.
He understands how the gravitonium works. He understands how those machines work.
Mm-hmm.
He has an understanding of the world and how things work, just no book knowledge.
I think that if he did get a little bit of knowledge, he even with the stuff when he was hoping Fitz and stuff like that, he was looking at things. He was like so you could tell he was just soaking it in, and he was just like, okay. I was like, I understand this, And so it's like, yes, you get that from your grandparents. Obviously,
Yeah.
he's not a stupid kid. He's so far beyond, and I'm waiting for them to like go up to him, or at least to see how Fitz reacts to him.
Yeah, now that he knows how he reacts differently.
I just think it'd be hilarious.
I
But
want them bond and do grandfather and grandson things.
If they don't go fishing, I'll be upset.
well,
Go fishing.
No, take him to the zoo because Deke's never been to the zoo.
Oh my god. Imagine Deke at the zoo.
With the sea lions and like the
eating
little
some ice cream or a snow cone. Oh my god!
Have him try all the
I want
food.
him to try to grab like a pretzel out of the garbage or something.
Oh no! Oh my god! Take him to the county fair and have him try the deep fried Twinkies.
Oh, yeah.
Good lord.
No, well, I could see them taking him to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the beach.
I'm sorry, I've never seen the sky before.
Yeah, and the ocean, seeing him, look at the ocean, this vast amount of water that he's never seen, and I think that would be like his, his moment kind of thing. But yes, I mean, I love the fact that Gemma gave Fitz his Leatherman. He's like, yeah, it's my Leatherman. He goes, no,
this one's
this
yours.
one is yours. And so we know that things got passed down. Her ring got passed down, and this got passed down. So we know that we just don't know at what age or if they even saw him be born. That they passed because they were not obviously a part of his life. Mm-hmm. But his stories, his mom's stories.
I'm assuming they died before he was born. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. That he's born. We don't know how long before. We know that they raised their daughter. We don't know if they saw her get married or, we don't know where in the timeline that passed.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about these damn aliens?
Yes, let's. That is, last week I thought that might be the guy who played what's-his-face in the last season of Sleepy Hollow.
I have no idea.
I don't watch that show.
No, I just But it seems it's a federation of different
Confederation. The Confederacy. I feel like I must mention this. The Confederacy of Aliens is working with Hydra, modern Nazis. Just gonna leave that there.
If this guy isn't a Kree, there could be Kree in the Confederation.
Yes.
I can't tell if he's a Kree or not.
Huh?
I can't tell if he's a Kree or not. He's all in the shadow.
Yeah, he's also clearly in disguise as a human. So whatever race he is, he's disguising himself as a human. The Chitauri, we know for a fact, are in the Confederacy. We can assume the Kree are, because it seems like that is a Kree ship coming to Earth.
We also know
they are in that. If the Kree are a part of it, then the Skrulls are not a part of it. I'm still trying to make the Kree.
You're just trying to bring the Skrull into it.
Well, we also know that what's his face, crazy guy, Calais, whatever his name is. His dad
Cassius.
did go to Earth. His dad did go to Earth.
That might be his dad.
Oh, we did discuss his dad, didn't we?
Yeah, I think Rachel, you mentioned that last week.
Because he talked about how his dad came to Earth to try to take over Earth, kind of thing.
Yeah, because Earth has a lot of resources and whatever else.
Yeah,
I try to why do you want to take over the Earth? The Earth is kind of shitty, so I don't know.
Yeah, right. But
we have 3 Infinity Stones, bitches. Do we have 3?
Right.
Wait, 1, 2.
They weren't here initially. So let's see.
He didn't go into much detail why, other than that little passing. Because I think it was either he was talking to his brother, or he was talking to someone else, or he's talking to Gemma or one of them about it. It was something in passing. He talked about it because I think it was talking about how he was a disappointment to his dad, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brought up in passing. So we know that his dad did go to Earth at some point, and this could be it. this could be the point where his dad came to Earth. Maybe we'll see a little shit fed.
Oh, that'd be great. A baby Cassius.
Cassius, his brother.
I'm into that. I would like to see a tiny Cassius.
And I could just see Coulson being like, I hate you. I hate you, kid.
You're going to be a pain in my ass.
I don't like you. So,
I just imagine Coulson just playing like childish pranks on the poor child.
Oh, good lord.
that would be hilarious. But yeah, so I mean, there's things there in a Red, and if you didn't pay attention too much, there's things that you're not going to get because it's like I said, I almost wouldn't have picked up on that if I didn't remember him saying that his dad went to Earth. It was kind of a passing phase. It wasn't something that they made really obvious. It was just a passing, like telling a story. Mm-hmm. And just like, Deke's stories, how he's like, well, he knew some. Well, the reason why he knew some is because his mom told him. Yeah. And so I don't know if you guys, I thought Deke was related to someone on the team. Mm-hmm. We didn't know who. I didn't know who, but I had a feeling that he was from the very beginning, that he was related to someone. Didn't know it would have been Jenna and, Leopold, but there it goes. But I love those little things when they don't make too big of a deal of a little detail, but then later it comes up and you're like, oh yeah. It's like a treasure hunt. It makes you watch the show even harder and look for details like that. Mm-hmm. So.
And that's good writing.
It is. I'm thoroughly enjoying this season. It does feel like a little bit of a reboot, and I hope that if they do have another season, and if Coulson's dead, it's a great time to do a reboot and bring in some other players that we haven't seen or we haven't seen for a long time.
Maybe bring back Bobby Hunter. I don't know.
Oh my god! She's on a different show.
I don't care.
Is she a main character on another show? Which one?
I think so.
That's McFarlane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I don't watch.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna eventually watch it, but it was coming out at the same time as Star Trek Discovery, and I felt like I couldn't betray the true Star Trek show and watch, support the competition.
But yeah, I like how they're revealing things. I really enjoyed the backstory on Hale. Mm-hmm. It wasn't something I necessarily wanted, but I think it was something that was needed to show the series of events that were happening. Things are unfolding.
I would like to see Talbot's backstory, just like what made him Talbot.
Well, we kind of did with her backstory. Saw him in the army and stuff like that, but yeah, we don't see very much of his backstory at all.
Yeah, but we always known Talbot as this very, 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 very unfiltered, very not PC douchebag. I want to see a little Talbot and how
baby unfiltered Talbot.
I do like the fact that they did bring him back, and I could see why they brought him back because he's on break from
Supergirl's on break. Yeah.
Yeah, so they did bring him back.
He's better on this show. Keep him here.
And they've had him in that thing, I think, for 2 or 3 months. He has this big old full beard going on, which is really weird to see Talbot with a beard. A big bushy beard at that. So I'm just worried. I think that they didn't get the information they thought they were going to get from him. And he thinks he told them things because of his brain damage. He thinks he told them, but he did it. Or, he
might have. We don't know.
He might. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what exactly.
But you're right. He might not have. He might have just given them old information, false information that.
He told them false.
And then, if that's the case, then they were torturing him for fun. So also, fuck Hydra.
Well, he could be giving them false information, and they think it's real information. He just tells Coulson. Maybe what he said to Coulson is encrypted kind of thing that they have between themselves. Because we know, even though they kind of butted heads, they had a relationship. Yeah. And they did sometimes work together and switch information and stuff. So maybe there's something in what he said or did or some that gave a clue to Coulson.
Yeah, I don't remember
That he
anything
didn't.
specific from what he said.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Well, he's just like they broke. They tried and tried, and they finally broke or something. I can't remember the whole entire thing. So I'm just thinking that there might be something in that. And Coulson knows that he didn't really tell them anything, or he told them a bunch of BS.
Well, you know, Talbot may be an idiot, but he's not stupid.
No. So I don't know. I think there's something with that. I think, or maybe when he dropped to his knees, he dropped something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That he.
Oh, little,
he
are you picking up what I just put down?
Yeah, kind of thing. Because they
But
took him
literally.
off. Yeah, but because they took him away really fast, they didn't even look at the ground. They didn't even look at what Coulson. They just turned around and walked off.
Mhm.
And I do love that Coulson is not scared of Ruby whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I
No,
think
he
that
knows her
in-
shtick. He knows what's going on.
And
CrossFit
that
Tinkerbell?
intrigues her.
Sorry, I didn't hear either.
CrossFit. Oh, CrossFit Tinkerbell would help.
CrossFit.
Oh my
is
God.
brilliant.
That was great.
Yeah, I think that intrigues her that he's not scared by her.
Yeah.
I'd like to know her lineage. We know that she was supposed to be put in the chamber, the Captain America type chamber thing.
Because they always have one of those.
And but who is her dad? Is it just a genetic?
She is a genetic amalgamate.
Just a test tube baby.
Yeah.
Because
that's
what's the male DNA that was used
A
to make
bunch
her?
of different sources. He said he was crafting the perfect DNA
Yeah, but
for
I just like to know where he got this from.
It might
See?
not be from
I don't know. I'm just
anyone
interested.
specific.
Cloning
just
is
very
a thing.
interested.
What's the thing?
Cloning is a thing. She might just be a clone.
She might be a clone.
I don't know. I'm just very interested. I would like to see. And I have a feeling they're probably going to have us go down that road at some point, because I don't think she knows. She might not know her lineage, and I don't think her mom told her, because that'd just be really
No.
weird. I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting for her to like explore everywhere and find
a file.
file or
Like a
something,
convenient file.
or she goes snooping in her mom's room. If her mom has a place there. I can see her doing that, because if she wants more information and they're not giving her information, especially if she wants more information on Coulson, because, who is this guy that isn't scared of me, that is calling me on my BS kind of thing? Who is this person?
Yeah.
And she seems like she's a very curious type of person. So she might be like, what is S.H.I.E.L.D.? Who is S.H.I.E.L.D.? What are they doing, kind of thing? Because everything that she's gotten from her mom and the guy that she shot was all negative kind of things. But I think she's more curious than they think. She's not a mindless drone.
Well, she's at that stage where, you're discovering yourself and you're discovering and learning about the world. So, she kind of needs to do that. You can't help but feel that way when you're at that age.
No. I mean, there's obviously clearly a difference between when her mom went through the phase and what she went through the phase. When her mom did, there was like classrooms full. There was all these kids. There was so many kids. And then when she went, and that kind of reinforces the whole, together. We're all together on this thing. But when she did it, she was like, there was like maybe 4 or 5 other kids.
I also like the fact that she beat the shit out of Strucker.
Yes!
That was satisfying.
Yes,
Come here, you little shit.
I love the fact that she goes up to the 2 guys that do it. She looks straight at them and then just clocks him.
Yeah.
He was
She knew he did it.
It is just fucking hilarious. And obviously we know she still had a relationship with him throughout her career still.
Yeah.
So, what if I'm not even going to go down that road.
Well, you're there now.
I was going to say, what if Strucker is a DNA that was used to make Ruby?
Ew.
Because then she made... But
I don't see what that. It doesn't seem like she'd have much of an advantage with Strucker's DNA.
Nobody would.
Not even Strucker.
But I don't know. It's just, I hope we get a little bit more background onto Ruby. I hope we do. I really, really do, because she seems like a very interesting character.
I would love it if she's got Captain America's DNA. Just gonna say that.
Well, she's very... A little bit. She's very... She's a very even though she's very simplistic in what she does, she's a very complicated character because we don't know anything about her.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, we barely knew. I mean, we just found out that it is her real mom and how she
Yes.
was conceived this episode. But other than that, we know that she's really good at, killing and taking out orders. But other than that, we don't know anything else about her.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, next episode 16, is called Inside Voices. That sounds creepy. Coulson is forced to team up with surprising allies to save the world while the S.H.I.E.L.D. team attempts to track down and rescue him. I don't think it's Hydra. I think it's going to be Ruby.
Think it's going to be Ruby? Well, I mean...
Ruby and Strucker's boy.
They say that...
Oh yeah, that's going to be an interesting meeting. Because he's going to remember exactly what Coulson did to him.
Yeah, that's not going to bode well.
That won't go well.
Coulson. They do say that if you cut off one Hydra head, 2 more will grow back. So I think that's interesting how Hail Hydra killed that one dude, that one Hydra dude. Now it's her and her daughter, and then I think the daughter is going to kill Hail Hydra, and it's going to be her and Strucker.
Yeah.
Don't know.
That's my
I'm
prediction.
just wondering how bland Russian man will fit into this.
Well, can we not just think
Bland Russian man?
I would love to not. I would love to ignore him for the rest of time because he's so boring. But he's here. We have to deal with that.
Can we just pretend like we just shoved him in
We
the
don't
corner?
know what they're doing to him right now. We don't know if he's training, what he is, because he's not.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make him a thing.
Yeah, can we focus more on Creel instead of,
I would still like to know where the hell they are. Because they have, like, freaking 6-inch, thick doors. As the door. And they lock her in sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a dorm.
Yeah, which is really weird. But what was it before? Was it like some kind of a prison? Because I mean, you don't build a dorm with these like
it could
legit
be a fallout shelter, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you don't build a dorm and have like fallout shelter type doors on the rooms.
Well,
even that's kind of weird. Because usually fallout shelters, even the rooms inside the fallout shelter aren't that thick like that. They're just regular doors. It's usually the main door that's that thick.
But with a large fallout shelter, they should have doors that close securely. Because if one unit leaks, you're gonna need to retreat.
I know, but these are individual rooms that have these doors on them.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense because if you locked yourself in that room, you have nothing in that room. You're dead anyways.
I don't know.
Well, good thing there's no nuclear fallout.
So
I think they're in space.
They're not in space.
In space.
They're not in space. Because everyone laughed at her when she mentioned we need to look to space.
Mm-hmm. And she wanted to be an astronaut. And
that was funny.
It was sad, but it was sad at the same time. She had these dreams of what she wanted to do with her life, and
they made her get pregnant.
Yeah, reduced her down to just breeding.
Ovaries,
because that's what you're good for.
A uterus,
right? Yep, that's all she was, and she was the smartest one there, really.
Yeah, top of her class.
And I think that might come into play, a little bit of resentment. And I think that's why she shot that guy, obviously.
It's definitely why she shot that guy. Because she's like, what happened to me is not going to happen to my daughter.
Yeah, see, exactly.
With the political situation in America right now, and this whole idea of, women who may not want to get pregnant, who want to have, to want to make certain decisions about their body, this seems very relevant and it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay, so now on that real last note, that's Rachel, where can people find you?
Oh, they can find me on Twitter at VikingWitch76 and on Twitch at VikingWitch.
Rachel, where can people find you?
They can find me at Cleomoto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest, and you can find me at Cleomoto Crafts on Facebook and Etsy, where I sell some stuff that, again, I don't have on my desk to show you. Eventually,
why don't you have a little give people a little mental image? What do you sell?
I sell Disney princess crowns, and Sailor Scout tiaras and Wonder Woman tiaras.
Oh.
Soon
That's
I'll bring my wizard hats back, but I need to redo the patterns, so that's gonna take a while.
So if you want to be feeling your Disney princess and or Sailor Moon fantasy, you go check that stuff out.
I will soon have Black Panther stuff as well.
And that's amazing. I will be buying. You can find me and all of my giggles and gore and monsters and mayhem on Twitter, tweeting me throughout the week at life at ToNoland. That's TONOWHERELEND. Join the Noland Society. This has been the SN2 podcast from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You can follow us right here on Twitch, where you may be watching us right now, or if you can't make it, follow us on YouTube at ASO2 Podcast. We will be uploading this later on today. Important links down below. You can find us on Twitter, Google+, Gmail, and the MySpace and the Facebook. We have a Discord if you want to chat with us. And it's really fun. And
If you enjoy the memes.
The memes.
The memes.
And go and share this stuff with your friends and all that stuff. And tell them to watch us because we need views.
I have no friends.
But we're totally not desperate or anything, so don't get the wrong
Nope.
idea.